In this video, I want to talk about the 2025 tax appeals. Now, it's pretty clear that I am not in my office, right? I am on a cruise. I'm on a 7-day cruise, which I call it as a creativity cruise. It is where I go to brainstorm ideas for my business and shoot videos. And this is actually my third one, and it's the very first time that I've actually going to make like really hardcore videos, informational videos, versus the whole cruise experience. So this is sort of a backdrop. 2025, I predict, is going to be a very different appeal. Now, the trouble I'm having with the 2025 tax appeals is that right now, as I make this, it's late January, I haven't heard anything. I predict there are going to be changes because of a new law that was passed, HB 581. Now, it was worked on in 2024 and it was passed. HB 581 surfaced up January 2nd, and I made a video on that, and you can kind of take a peek. But I've had some time to think about HB 581, and I have read it a little bit more detail. Now, because I'm on a cruise ship, I don't have access to my computer. I'm going off by memory, so I can't get super specific. But I do want to prepare you that there are changes afoot. There was some speculation last year and some rumblings that perhaps the 299C would be done away with. And that was sort of a rumor. I wasn't really sure, to be honest with you. So I didn't think it would, or if it did happen, we'd get some warning. HB 581 has hit. There are clear changes, and part of the problem I'm having, because I'm not a government official, I'm a private citizen that has a few properties, and this has just been a passion project where I'm trying to keep up with things, and I'm trying to share the information with other property owners. Now, people with big commercial buildings, they don't need my help. According to HB 581, there are going to be some changes to the assessment form. So that's the thing to start looking out for. Now, there's some minor verbiage that's also going to change. So I am looking for that. Again, this is my early impressions with nothing coming out of the tax assessor's office. I'm presuming that this is all going to roll out later this year. Another thing that is being affected is the way the 299C, because I'm a private property owner, I'm going to use the law to my maximum benefit. And what I've always told my friends and other property owners is go through the tax appeal. Even if you have to put some minimal effort, it's worth it, because you can lock down your assessed value for 3 tax years. This was about a couple of months ago. Somebody reliable told me that there was a company, and what they would do is file a whole bunch of tax appeal forms, and then what would happen is the tax assessor's office would do the work to try to justify the value and be prepared and all that. Well, the guy doesn't even show up to the BOE hearing, this representative. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, I've pushed the envelope, but I mean, I've always made a good faith effort to do what I needed to do to prove my case. But you know, the guy doesn't show up, and it's my assumption that somewhere down the line he was able to still pull off the 299C tax freeze. Doing it that way sort of defeats the spirit of the 299C tax freeze. And so now, regardless of reason, things have changed. So now, in order for you to get the 299C tax freeze, you have to have a reduction of the value. The good news is I'm a creative thinker, and the way to defeat it is simply to get the tax assessor's office to reduce the value by at least $1. In practical terms, if you have a $100,000 house and you're contesting and say, hey, it's not a $100,000 house because you know you have some damage to your bathroom or your ceiling, or there's some imperfection, it's not going to be hard to make a case that we need to knock off $100. Does that make sense? You know, you knock off $100 from a $100,000 home or $200,000 home, knock it down by $100 or $1,000. It's not going to be that hard. It really keeps out the people who abuse the problem. So you actually have to show up, make some effort, and then I predict that you should be able to still get your 299C tax freeze. But it has to be a reduction, and in my reading, there is no specific dollar amount. There's no minimum. It's like, oh, it's got to be reduced by $1,000 before you get the 299C tax free. It just simply says reduction. I went online to look for 2024 Georgia statutes list, and I really couldn't find it because it's all from 2023 and before. So the law is so new. The tax appeals will be well underway starting spring for the early counties. It is my belief that the new laws will take effect, so there's not going to be that much written information regarding it. They will implement it, and the tax appeal offices do a horrible job. The vast majority of them don't have a website, or if they have a website, they've got like very minimal information. You need to be prepared for that. Now, there are other things in the HB 581. I don't have it in front of me, so I apologize. I would have liked to have gotten into it more, but because time is of the essence, those are a couple things I want to get out to you. It would mean a great deal to me if you hit that like button, and if you haven't been on my channel before, go ahead and tap that subscribe button, and you can stay informed. I will have more information on 2025 tax appeals when I get back. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.